What's up, ladies and gentlemen? Welcome back to this video. Today we have another trade breakdown. This one is going to actually be from last Friday, you guys. Last Friday was September the 19th. I actually didn't get around to doing this video, and I will tell you guys why. But before we get into this video, you guys, I have to do a quick government risk disclaimer. Trading is risky. I am not a financial advisor. This video is intended for educational and entertainment purposes only, to help educate people on prop firm trading and a prop firm known as EA markets, you guys. So let's get straight into this video, you guys. I have a really painful one to cover with you guys in this video. Very painful, I'm not going to lie. I almost blew my E8 account. This is my second time almost blowing my E8 account, and this is why I'm doing this video series for you guys, so that I could pretty much show y'all the ins and outs, how hard it is to get funded, how hard it is to just be a trader in general, right? So looking at my Friday trades, I pretty much started the day off doing really well. I had let me see. I started the day off doing really well. I don't really remember this trade. This must have been really early. I don't really remember this one. But essentially last Friday we took a little buy right here. We sold. Took a little buy right here, sold, right, made some small profits. Then I took a sell right here. I got faked out. That was pretty much a break-even trade. Then my last trade of the day was this little dip buy in here, which I almost got stopped out. I came like seconds away from being stopped out, but we did get a little pullback. I sold, made some extra profits there. But then later on in the day is when I ended up getting myself in trouble, and that was when let me make sure I'm on the right date. Nope, you know what? I'm sorry, I'm looking at the wrong data, you guys. This is my trading locker for E8 markets. I have to scroll back a little bit further. And here we go. Looking at the wrong data. So, but essentially, last Friday, you guys, I ended up doing really well in the AM session. I had some really good trades. I was up about pretty much 800 on my E8 account, I believe it was, maybe 600 or 700 on my Alpha Capital account. And then late in the day, I ended up just being too greedy and then giving it all back, and ended up having a red week. So that was really painful. And that was one of the reasons why I didn't get around to making this video, because it was a lot. I was going through a lot emotionally, and I just needed to take a break from making content and just reset my mind as a trader, right? Because I'm a trader first, and I put that first so that I can get funded and make money. Like, obviously I want to give you guys content, but sometimes I do have to reset my mind, you guys. It is what it is. So I'm going to actually get into the chart, because I'm not really seeing it that well on the platform, but I'm going to take you guys back to last Friday's price action, right? Last Friday, show you guys what I was trading. I'm going to put a vertical line on the 930 candle so we can know where the market opened. So as you guys can see right here, market opens, we pull up, come back down, we test this little daily volume imbalance. Then we go back up, right? I'm pretty sure I missed all of these trades right in here. Pretty much the first trade that I took last Friday was actually, where was it? Let me see. I have to go to the 15-minute chart, because I know from the 15-minute chart. Okay. Let me put a vertical line where the market closed. Somewhere in there. Right, so pretty much in here, you guys. Okay, here we go. Here it is. So I took a dip buy off of this 15-minute order block right here. And I was using this little line right here as my stop loss, right? And I remember right here, I took this dip buy as the market was going down. And it literally stopped right above my stop loss right here. And then I got a little bit of a pullback, got out of that trade, and then we went a little bit further down. I was looking at it was a 1 hour order block that I was. I mean, I'm sorry, not order block, but 1 hour fair value gap that was down here as well. And I was looking for the market to potentially go in there, but then it never happened. And then for the afternoon run on liquidity, that ended up happening. And I wanted to take this trade. I would have completed all of my challenges if I took this trade back up on a 1 minute time frame. It looks a little bit different, but I'll try to not keep switching from time frame to time frame. But we do have our yellow line, so let's see. I'm gonna go back in here and find this for you guys. All right, so now we're back on the 1 minute. I'm going to leave it in the 1 minute time frame for now. But essentially, I did take you see right here, I had this little yellow line where my stop loss was at. I was, taking a dip buy from the 15-minute order block, and then it almost just stopped me out, you guys. So that was a pretty stressful trade, but I did get a bounce, and I pretty much sold into this bounce immediately. There was like a couple 5-minute order blocks in here that was holding price down. This price did, sweep above this daily liquidity, and then we started to trace down. But the reason why I was buying is because we had a sweep above liquidity, and I was expecting a run on liquidity, right? Which actually ended up, it did happen eventually, right? You see, we went right back up here and swept this liquidity out again, but it just didn't do it when I thought it was going to do it. I was buying right here with the hopes that we was going to run this out, but we did go a little bit lower, and then right here, as we got close to the afternoon session, you see this is 11:41 a.m. We did start to see a run on liquidity. We had this breakaway gap right here. I did want to take that trade, but I ended up not taking that trade, you guys. What I ended up doing, and this is where where I got messy and ended up, turning a profitable $800 day into a negative $1,800 day, is I kept trying to sell in here, right? And if I go back to the 5-minute chart, I'll show you guys why it wasn't working, right? And I was just a bit emotional. I seen that it wasn't working, but I was a bit emotional. I kept trying to sell. But if you guys look at the 5-minute chart, we clearly have a breakaway gap right here. We have multiple breakaway gaps, right? So you would think that, I would have been able to notice this after the first time I tried to sell, second time I tried to sell, third time so I kept getting faked out, right? Faked out, faked out, faked out. So I even waited longer to see that, to see if I was just getting in too soon. And I was even getting in all the way up here, right? All the way into the close, I was still selling. So I ended up taking just losses on all of those sell positions because, the technical analysis was telling me, hey, man, this is a breakaway gap. The market is making all-time highs, right? We're not looking to go down. You should be taking a buy right here and put your stop loss right here, and you would probably be better off just trusting that. Obviously I didn't have that, analysis at first, but after getting faked out 1, 2, 3 times, I should have been able to, switch it up and then just follow the trend. But like I said, you guys, I was a bit emotional that day because, I was up on the day. I should have just stopped trading and left it alone. But, I kept going because I feel like I get sick of doing the challenges, man. There's no real other way to say it. I get sick of doing these challenges sometimes, and I just want to be done, just want to be funded. And I'm pretty sure a lot of you can relate to that as well. But yeah, that was pretty much the video for my Friday trades. And it wasn't really nothing too crazy. Caught a dip buy. I should have definitely been in on this buy on the way back up. But like I said, I was trying to be disciplined and stop trading. But I was selling because I thought we was going to get at least a pullback to this 5-minute fair value gap and sweep out some of this liquidity in here. But as you guys can see, we ended up doing that today, right? This Monday, we finally had that move down. It took forever, but it did end up playing out, but just not when I wanted it to play out. So, but that's fine. And, as much as I hate to give y'all these horrible videos where I'm blowing up and, I'm having lack of judgment and I'm being emotional, having revenge trading and emotional trading, it's hard for me to give you guys these videos, but, I have to be as transparent as I can be because my goal is to show you guys the ins and outs of prop firm trading. It's definitely possible to be consistent. It's definitely possible to get payouts, but it's definitely not a cakewalk either, you guys. So that's the video. If you guys got any value from this video, please drop a like, subscribe to the channel if you haven't already, and drop a comment down below if there's any type of videos you guys want to see me make. Anything you guys want me to touch on, drop a comment down below, and I will get that out to you guys. I always do my research as much as possible whenever I'm trying to drop a video for you guys. I'm not just cranking videos out just for the views and just for the volume, right? I'm actually trying to give you guys the best possible content that could maybe help you as a trader or help you as an investor as well. So that's the video, you guys. I appreciate you guys for tuning in, and I will see y'all in the next one. Peace out.